Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again for an overdue Blu-ray DVD update video for you guys today. I have a handful of new Blu-rays and DVDs to talk to you guys about for this video. Some of them have been out for a while. You know, I kind of do these videos. I try to do them once a month if I can and everything like that. Got a good amount of stuff here to talk to you guys about. Good old-fashioned DVD Blu-ray update video here. But before I start, I have two things to show you that I got in the mail recently. And I don't really have enough to make like a big unboxing video, so I'm just going to show you here. I haven't even opened yet before I get to the movies to talk about and stuff. This one's coming from one of the companies that send me things to talk about. So I just want to crack into this and see what it could be. And this one just came in. And it's from Paramount. And we have the new season of South Park right here. The new 25th season here on Blu-ray with a cool new slipcover. I dig it, man. I still have to watch it, obviously. Can't wait to check it out. Always been a fan of South Park and stuff, especially since the beginning. I kind of fallen off the show a little bit throughout the years, but I still love watching it when I get them. But this next thing, this is really kind of cool. I really wish I had enough to make like a whole unboxing video about. But I was wondering what this was when it came to my P.O. box. Because you guys know I have, a P.O. box where anybody can send anything and stuff. And I tried to open up stuff live on video, but this one I couldn't because I didn't have enough to make a whole big video. But check out what a viewer sent. A viewer sent this really cool painting. A Wet Movie 1 painting right here with like a VHS in the middle. And this one looks like, I don't know, man, this one's really kind of badass. It says Wet Movie, it says Wet Movie 1 on the VHS tape right there. I don't know, I think this is kind of this is kind of cool. This is the second time a person, or third time a person has sent me like a painting, version of like a logo or, my name, my YouTube name and stuff on there. Let me know what you guys think, man. This is super rad in the mail, and it's on a canvas right here. So I think that's super cool. And for the person that sent it, thank you. I think that's rad. I think that's super rad, and thank you for taking the time to do that. And for you guys that don't know, I'm filming this like at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday morning right now as I'm doing this. I just happened to wake up and I missed up, so might as well make a video because I'm lacking on YouTube videos lately. Let's get on to the first movie of this Blu-ray DVD update right here. And I got this one from Universal Home Entertainment, and it's out now in stores everywhere. It just came out yesterday. And that is the movie called Megan here on Blu-ray. This is it was called the Unrated edition, of the movie. And when it came out in theaters, I was interested in checking it out, but I just didn't get around to it. And it's about this little girl who gets in a car accident at the beginning of the movie and loses her parents and has to move in, with a cousin, with a cousin of hers who's a tech, who's a tech person that's making these cool AI, kind of toys and things for consumers. And she's making this one doll, not a doll, but like a life-size kind of thing, called Megan. And she kind of pairs up this AI doll with with her niece that she's watching over now since she lost her parents, and then all hell breaks loose. This is of course brought to you by Blumhouse, and it's rated PG-13, or you get the unrated version in here, which I don't know really what the difference is because I didn't watch the theatrical and the unrated one to get back to back or anything like that. But I thought this one was pretty solid, for a theatrical released horror movie that's PG-13. The person that plays the doll is really kind of creepy and stuff. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I think we might be getting a sequel to it. Am I down for a sequel? I guess. You know what I mean? Like a lot of movies these days don't really set the world on fire. And this one sort of kind of did, when it comes to the horror genre, especially on Instagram and Facebook, people were posting videos and, people talking about it and stuff. So it definitely wasn't one of the worst ones out of the bunch that we've been getting lately. Megan was a lot of fun. You get a couple of behind the scenes special featurettes on here, and pretty much anything James Wan attaches his name to has a little bit of coolness factor to it, just because of his name, you know. But that's Megan here, which is out now in stores everywhere. I liked it. Did I absolutely love it? No. But was it enjoyable? Yes. Next up over here from Sony Home Entertainment in Colombia is the Brit does called the Whitney Houston biopic film, I Want to Dance with Somebody. This is a movie I was kind of interested in seeing because I grew up with Whitney Houston's music, you know, being a 90s kid. And, I Will Always Love You, you know, from the Bodyguard movie from back in that time period. And obviously I didn't know everything about Whitney Houston, so I don't know, you know, what the ins and outs were of her real life or anything like that, and what was like fabricated to make it seem like a big movie spectacle or anything like that in this movie. But you see her upbringing with her parents, and how her mom was a singer, and how she, you know, became a singer and became like one of the biggest ones in the world at that time. And I thought this was a decent biopic. I thought this was a really a decent biopic. Is it one of those ones I'm gonna watch over and over again or anything like that? Probably not. But it was cool because you get all the Whitney music in there, you know, throughout the movie. And Stanley Tucci was playing like her manager in here. He was always really good in everything I've seen him in. I would recommend checking this out if you're interested in Whitney Houston. Pretty decent biopic film right there from Sony. And this next one up is also is from Paramount Home Entertainment, from Damien Chazelle. This is Babylon. He's from the same director as La La Land and what was that other one called? Whiplash. And this one is set in the 1920s. People that are in Hollywood and trying to make movies and things like that. But this movie was just kind of like a trip. Because it's pretty much about people in the roaring 20s partying and taking drugs, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like a big blur to me in this movie. It was very nicely shot. I like the actors in it. You get, of course, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and a whole bunch of really cool, recognizable people. Then this is the Steelbook edition that Paramount sent on over, but I don't know, man. I really don't know what to think about this movie. Some of it was kind of cool, but a lot of it was just kind of like, felt like I was watching like an art house film or something. You know what I mean? Like, give us a little bit more substance. To me, maybe I was just in a weird mood when I was watching this, but definitely wasn't bad. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing for some reason. I wish we just had a little bit more, going on in this movie. But if you guys have seen it, let me know in the comments down below. What did you guys think of Babylon? I really like La La Land, the same movie, the same director made, but this one, kind of out there in my opinion, kind of way out there. But next up over here is from Paramount also. I just got this sent in to talk about for you guys, and I only watched a couple episodes of this, and because I grew up with this show, back when in its original run, animated wise, and this is one from 2012 to 2017 series, the complete series of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that aired on Nickelodeon. We get 124 episodes of this series, and on 20 discs. I watched a couple of episodes of this so far, and it doesn't really capture the same feeling and vibe as the show I grew up with in the 90s and things, but it's all right. Do I see myself watching all 20 discs of this? Probably not. But if you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you grew up with the ones that started in 2012 and ended in 2017, it is out now through Paramount Home Entertainment. Of course, the Ninja Turtles, they love pizza, fighting against the Shredder. You know how it is. But next up over here is from Universal Home Entertainment, and that is a movie called She Said. This one's been out for a while, and now I'm getting around to finally watching and talking about it here. It's a true story about these two women who work for a news a news outlet, and I think it was like the New York Times or whatever, and they're trying to figure out what's going on in Hollywood and trying to crack down on Harvey Weinstein and all the craziness that's going on in Hollywood with him and what he's doing to these actresses and things. And it's about these two reporters, going back and forth and trying to figure out, what's really going on, and trying to interview different, victims and Harvey Weinstein himself, and trying to get down to the bottom of it. And I found this one to be very entertaining, a very, very well put together movie. It must have been kind of scary for these women at this time, because at certain points of the movie, or certain parts of the movie here, like Harvey Weinstein's team would like call them and like threaten them, and all sorts of crazy stuff, like you better stop with this, something bad's gonna happen to you, kind of thing. And I don't know, man, it must be kind of like a weird, crazy thing to be like a reporter out there in the world, going against certain people and not knowing what could possibly happen to you, And I found this one to be a very, very good watch. Same thing with a lot of movies these days. Am I gonna watch this one again and again? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like movies like The Goonies, Die Hard, and like stuff like that, I can watch over and over again. Stuff like this and stuff like this, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of, I don't know. But it was a decently a decent watch, and I did enjoy it. But let me know what you guys thought down below of She Said. Pretty decent movie right there. And next one up is another one that's been out for a while. This one's coming out from Universal Home Entertainment as well. And this is a movie called Violent Night. This one right here, of course, stars, what was his name again? Arbor? I can't remember his whole name again. David Harbour, right here. And he plays a Santa Claus, obviously. And, he's kind of drunk. He's a drunk, and he's out there. It's Christmas, and he's delivering presents, and he's drunk, and you see him at a bar at the beginning of the movie, and he's always like throwing up on himself and things like that. He's a big dude, and he's delivering presents to this one big rich mansion, somewhere. And while he's in that house, these missionaries or these bad guys break into these rich people's house and hold these people hostage, and it's about Santa trying to save them. It was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. With drunk Santa beating up bad guys and stuff. It was kind of like Die Hard in a rich people house. I know it was a lot of fun. You get John Leguizamo in here as the bad guy, which is kind of weird, but I always kind of liked him as an actor and stuff. From back in the day, like the Super Mario Brothers movie, To Wong Fu, and stuff like that. Thank You for Everything, Julie Newmar movie back in the day. I know some people will give me hell for liking that movie, but yeah, Violent Night. I thought it was cool. Let me know what you guys thought about it. You get a little behind the scenes and deleted scenes on this release of the movie right there. I think we might be getting a sequel to this. If we do, that'd be kind of rad. But Violent Night, I thought it was a lot of fun. Next up over here from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, we got the new 4K edition of Training Day. This one's also been out for a little while, and this is also a movie that I believe, what's his name? Denzel Washington won his second Academy Award, or was nominated for. I can't remember off the top of my head. Like I said, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning as I'm filming this. It stars, of course, Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington. Ethan Hawke is a young up-and-coming police officer, narcotics officer, he's also an ex-football player in high school or college or whatever. And he's going into the force, and he teams up with Denzel Washington's character, who may or may not be a crooked cop, and you have to watch the movie to find out what happens. But this movie is pretty much just like one of the most fun, coolest police movies that I ever remember seeing. Of course, all because Denzel Washington's character, he's just out there and crazy. Like, you don't know if he's like a, if he's like a bad guy, if he's a good guy. You don't know what's going on. You just know he's out of his mind. And man, this movie was cool. And it's kind of weird. It's a 4K, but it comes in a Blu-ray case and stuff. But it has like the, digital code. But it has the 4K and Blu-ray in it. To me, that was kind of strange to get it, and it has the the Blu-ray and the 4K up in there, but it's in a Blu-ray case, but with a 4K slipcover. It's kind of like a I don't know how that happened, but it's cool. It does look good. It does look pretty damn good on 4K, so I was really happy about that. I always like that one. Ethan Hawke is a great actor as well. Always been in one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Reality Bites. And pretty much, I can't think of anything that he's in, Ethan Hawke-wise, and or Denzel-wise, that I hated. Can you? Can you think of a movie that you didn't like with any of those actors in it? But next up over here is from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. And I was kind of happy to get these on 4K. And that is the Rocky, the Knockout Collection here on 4K. It comes with, of course, the first 4 Rocky movies in it. And I just don't know why we didn't get... I don't know why this box set doesn't have like Rocky 5 or Rocky Balboa, in it. It's kind of like a strange kind of set. I'm not sure why it is the way it is here, since those movies are older. You know what I mean? At least put Rocky 5 in there or something. But it's cool to get these movies on 4K. Warner Brothers also put them out in exclusive Best Buy Steelbooks for each of the movies by themselves. If you guys are Steelbook collectors, let you guys know about that. I don't really need to talk to you guys in depth about the Rocky movies. Rocky 4 has always been one of my favorites of all time of the series, right here. And you get 2 versions of the movie: the theatrical one and the Rocky versus Drago cut, which Stallone went back to re-edit the movie and things like that. And I thought that was just kind of an interesting thing to check out, because that's one of my favorite Rocky movies ever. And it was cool to go back to revisit some of these movies in this set right here. I'm just wondering when we're getting the other ones on 4K. But if you guys are a fan of the Rocky movies, these ones are out now in a cool little set. But it's just, like I said, kind of strange that we don't get 5 up in here. But let me know, what is your favorite Rocky movie of all time? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up over here from Warner Brothers as well, a movie that I'm not sure if we really needed. You know what I'm saying? But I like these stupid kind of things, but this one was kind of not as cool as the original ones. But this is 2023's or 2022's House Party right here. I'm a fan of the House Party movies. I even have a mini poster back there of the original movie signed by Kid and Play. And this one right here does have Kid and Play in it as like a quick cameo. They don't even say anything from what I remember. But it's about these 2 guys who work at a cleaning company, going to big rich people's houses, cleaning them, and you know what I mean. They're like housekeepers at big rich people's houses, and they also like throwing parties on the side, for like their side hustle and things like that. And in this movie, they're cleaning a house and they find out it's LeBron James's house. And they're like, oh man, damn, this is LeBron James' house. And like, let's throw a party in here, because they just got fired from their job from doing something stupid at their previous house. So they throw a party at LeBron James' house. And that's it. That's the movie. You know what I mean? You get little random celebrity cameos, at the party and stuff, like Kid Cudi and a couple of other random people that some people I don't even know who they were. But they were like trying to make a big deal about them, when the movie was happening. But all in all, this is a really forgettable, house party movie. I was really kind of hoping to have a couple laughs in it, because I always enjoyed, like, of course, the original 3. I even liked part 4 that came out. There was one that came out in the early 2000s as well, or like the 2010s or whatever. That was kind of forgettable too. But at least the original 3 house party movies were good. At least in my opinion, for nostalgia value. But this one's really kind of forgettable. This is the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy combo pack right here, which you can get through moviezing.com. is the only way you can get this one on Blu-ray. Next up over here is something I got that I haven't even watched yet. This is coming from Lionsgate Home Entertainment. Like I said, I haven't got around to it. It's still in the plastic, and that's the final season of The Walking Dead here on Blu-ray. I've only ever watched the first like maybe 2 or 3 seasons of it. I'm still trying to catch up on it, but with all the physical media that comes out, I get really behind on stuff. But this one is should be in stores now, or will be in the next week or so. Of course, very, very final season of the show. 16 hours and 45 minutes of pure zombie content. This is a show I know my mom definitely loves, and hopefully in the near future she'll probably check it out and maybe talk about it in a future video. But I recently got this one in right there, the final season of The Walking Dead, the 11th season. And next up over here from Lionsgate as well, something that's been sitting around in my sitting around here for a while, and this is Biography Legends Volume 3 here on DVD. This is a documentary set that features, you know, documentaries made on WWE and their different superstars that they have in here. Like this, there's a documentary in this set that features The Undertaker, Goldberg, the Bella Twins, Kurt Angle, Lex Luger, DX, which is the good one. I watched the DX one. That's cool. I always grew up watching, you know, the DX. Edge, Rey Mysterio, and WrestleMania. You get, what's it called, 5 DVDs in this set right here. Yeah, I watched, out of all of them in here, I only watched the DX one and WrestleMania, like the making of the original WrestleMania, and how Vince McMahon, you know, came up with the idea, and it was either gonna be like a hit or miss, you know, kind of thing. Like he put all his chips in one basket, and if this thing was gonna flop, it was gonna flop hard, and his wrestling business was just gonna perish pretty much. And I always grew up watching wrestling, of course, you know, 80s and 90s, and of course into the Attitude Era of wrestling. And so far, this is kind of a cool set right here. This is originally aired on A&E, all these different episodes, and this is Volume 3 right here on DVD. I think you can get these ones at Walmart. I've seen when I've been in their stores. And it's just a fun watch, especially if you like wrestling. And next up over here from Lionsgate Home Entertainment is a movie I thought I was going to like a lot more than I did. And that's a movie starring Gerard, Butler, and Mike Colter. And it's a movie called Plane. Here on 4K Blu-ray set right here with the slip cover. This one right here is about Gerard Butler's character, who's an airline pilot, going on one of his last, you know, flights before he goes visit his daughter and things like that. And as he's, you know, getting ready to fly, he finds out that one of his passengers that's getting on here is a convict that's being transported, that's handcuffed, that's played by Mike Colter. And he's like, oh, great, nice. And as he's boarding the plane, regular people are boarding the plane as well. The plane takes off, gets into the storm, and has to make an emergency landing in the middle of nowhere on this island. They don't know where they're at. People where they work at don't know where they're at either, and they're all trying to, you know, find them and find out what's happening. And craziness all breaks loose on this island, and you have to watch the movie to find out what happens. This movie kind of sort of felt like I was watching like a 90s action movie, but it didn't really hold my interest. I went into this movie about like half hour or so into it, and I kind of turned it off. I started, like, you know, watching stuff on my phone, like scrolling on like Facebook or whatever. It wasn't bad. It was just, it didn't hold my interest. Movies like this usually would. I don't know why this one didn't. But Gerard Butler's cool, and it's from the producers of Angel Has Fallen and Greenland and stuff, it says on here. And you get some behind the scenes, you know, special featurettes. But I usually like action movies that, you know, kind of like 90s feel action movies, and this is kind of what it was in a way. But it just didn't, I don't know. It wasn't the greatest, in my opinion. I was hoping for more from this movie. It looked nice on 4K and everything like that, and you do get some special features, but I don't know, man. I ended up just like having to shut it off. Maybe I'll give it a chance again sometime soon. Next up over here from Lionsgate and A24 is Brendan Fraser's first Oscar win, and that is The Whale, here on Blu-ray, a movie based on my life. But it's directed by Darren Aronofsky, and it's about this guy, played by Brendan Fraser, who is an online school teacher, and you know, he has an estranged daughter that he hasn't really seen in a while, and he wants to reconnect with her. He wants to reconnect with her, and he also suffers, you know, from dramatic obesity, and you know, he's just not doing very well health-wise, and he wants to reconnect with his daughter. His daughter doesn't really want to have anything to do with him, and it's just, you know, pretty much him just trying to figure out what is he gonna do with himself. This was a very heartbreaking, very heartbreaking movie. Really super, you know, just like depressing to watch the whole time. Brendan Fraser, great performance in this movie. It's just one of those ones, like same thing with a lot of movies these days. I don't know how much high rewatch ability this movie has, only because of how depressing it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many movies you guys watch that are uber depressing over and over again. If you do have movies like that, let me know in the comments below. I don't know, this movie just kind of, you know, really got to me, because when I saw this one in the theater, like, I was wrecked after, and then I also got a phone call to find out that one of my friends passed away. You know, Supervillain Pete, rest in peace. But, like, you know, whew, he definitely deserved the Oscar for this role, Brendan Fraser right here. It is kind of cool to see an actor that I grew up watching, from like Encino Man and things like that, winning an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of badass right here. But if you liked the movie or didn't like the movie, let me know in the comments down below. Right there. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. Well, guys, that's all I have to show and talk to you guys about today for this Blu-ray DVD update video. If you guys liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. I can try to do more of these in the future. If you guys would like me to, say so in the comments down below. Like Brendan, please do more of these videos a little bit more often if you can. But yeah, that's all I have to show and talk to you guys about today. This big old stack of DVDs and Blu-rays right here. I know I'm not the best movie reviewer or movie talker out there, but I do love watching movies. I do love physical media. You guys know that. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ta-ta.